camera's dark, but it's okay. So today's obviously a cold day. And when I tell you, on this damn grease my face, I was cold outside, but I wanted to talk to you about the shit that's going on in this world. Now, I really don't know to talk about this subject because there's a lot of hypocrites and stuff within the community and stuff like that, which is not a surprise. So there was this girl in the bathroom or the gym and stuff, and she went crazy, belligerent, and then she was like, now I'm not really sure everything that went down because I believe there are pieces and bits that we're not gonna know exactly what happened. So she expressed that there was a man in the bathroom, I mean in the gym, whatever, with a bed thick. Now, clearly, there was suffering some trauma. And let me do a little backstory on it. So, she is a lesbian. So, her being a lesbian, you would think she would have more oomph by herself because she understands the community. And actually, she decided not to do that. That's called rad. That means the girls that don't like anybody less than them, and also don't like the other ones either. And the thing is that so I saw it went down and stuff, and I was like, I'm not going to join in. I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to join into this. So then she decided to go over on the news. I mean, you've taken it all the way to the top. And at the end of the day, the girls, or should I say the trans people being attacked, but you didn't pay it in the mind. You just want to be viral and shit. And the thing that gets me is it's always your own. It's always your own that's messing stuff up. It reminds me of when somebody does something to you that's another race and you blame the whole race. You can't say about it. Now, it's disappointing because I saw other things. I'm trying to keep on my mind and understand why it was important. Why it was so important for her to basically go after this person. Now, they say that, like I said before, I don't know whole because there's always bits of editing and stuff. So the person decided that she was like, well, I've been through a lot of been raped and stuff like that. And so I'm traumatized. And I get it. Trauma hits people differently. So she expressed that she was upset. So she said that the person had a big dick. Now, I'm not going to monitor her reaction or her actions from the way she reacted, but this is my thing. If I know it's a marginalized community and I would bring something dark, the dark onto the community, I will watch my tone. I will watch what I say because I know it's going to take it out of context. So I know there are a lot of girls out there is being unalived and stuff like that. And there are a lot of girls that won't even go to the bathroom and have the F chains in their name and everything. And the thing about it is that you can't make somebody do things the way you feel because trauma affects everybody different. So she actually got on the news. She's in the news and stuff, and she was like, well, she was upset, clearly. So she kept talking about it. But see, this is my thing. Unfortunately, there's another girl that decided to join a bandwagon. And she said that I feel as though this person should be arrested. I don't want to say no names because I'm not trying to go there. But you can look it up. It's on YouTube. She said the person should be arrested. This is the thing that gets me. Now, I could be wrong. There is the thing called trans men. So if a trans man is out of the bathroom, should he be locked up or thrown away in jail and stuff like that? Because he's a man, he's male presenting, has a beard, a body, and all built up and stuff. And then here it is. Most time, I'm not going to say everybody. So here it is, a person that identifies as a trans woman. Maybe she's not really 100% on her hormones. Maybe I haven't affected yet. But sometimes girls feel like they're the girl. And I don't, it's not my job to police somebody's journey and stuff like that. But the thing is, there are a bunch of hypocrites. I'm saying it very peacefully. There are a bunch of hypocrites out there. So it kind of bothered me a little bit. Not a lot. Because I'm known for the people that you look out for, the same words to turn against you. And I get that. But the one person that pissed me off was like, she was saying, well, that was the man she arrested. But you started there too. Once upon a time, you was a little boy. Now, clearly you want to edit that part out because maybe you're passable and got this privilege and stuff like that. But once upon a time, you started there. But now you got to the other side. Now you're like, well, I feel as though you should be arrested. Well, some people feel as though you should be arrested. Some people feel as though because of who you identify as should be arrested. If you want a whole thing accountability. So the thing that got me was of this person that pissed me off because I'm like, there are levels to this. There are levels to the girl's transition. There are levels to everything as far as being who they are. There are levels, and nobody's to go straight to the levels and stuff. So for you, should understand, in my opinion, should understand what this girl is going through. You should say, well, she may have gotten far in her transition, maybe the pills haven't worked and stuff like that. But you jumped on the bandwagon and actually added more content to say that they should be arrested. But you was once a little bit boy that actually was inside the service and you was actually going, you listen to the army or service, whatever it was. I know y'all catching on to it. So you as a boy that transitions into a woman that feels as though you have privilege to monitor another girl's transition for her struggles and stuff like that, it's amazing to me. I'm not surprised though, because y'all, but anyway. So the thing that gets me more so is I feel as though there should be some grace. A lot of times the girls start out, sometimes they don't get the pass. And a lot of times they work on a different things, stuff like that, to get more money into their transition for us to help. But you as a two-spirit woman, they get more alive and say, she should be arrested. Well, then you should be too. Because if she should be arrested, you should be too. I mean, let's play fair. The thing about it called women's place and stuff like that. And it's weird because a lot of times, I'm not gonna say because it's not an all thing, but a lot of times people go through a lot of different stuff like that, and some girls look passable and some girls don't. There are some biological women that don't look passable, but they're biological women. Should we ask them to pull their pants down to prove it? Should we ask to stick a device inside them to make sure there's a period in it? You know, the weird thing about it, which is so sad, this is a world of integrate. We have our opinions on different people, stuff like that, but it's not a thing of pushing somebody out the box. Now, at the end of the day, when you explore as venom and they start feeling really bad and something happens to them, they want to unalive themselves, compliments from you. But I guarantee you won't say that. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. But see, that's the thing about people. First of all, you don't know what people are going through. And for you to base your opinion on somebody, not really know what they're going through, stuff like that, and you as a person, like the person you are, like the girl, but you want to shoot her down, and also you want to ask she needs to go to jail. And it's crazy to me. But you was once a boy. Play Beyonce's song, If I Was a Boy. So clearly, that song's about you, but not the part she comes out, so she's a woman. So my thing is this, that it is so sad that when you decide that you want to police everybody's transition, stuff like that, and say, well, they shouldn't be in there, stuff like that. Like I said before, I don't know the whole story. But it made me so sad because I'm like, how do you do that? I'm not surprised though. Because one thing I could say is there's a bunch of hypocrites in this world. And the thing about it is, I don't navigate through the LGBTQIA because I know that they will turn against you. They do not discriminate on turning it back on you. They will do it. There are a lot of people that will turn it back on you. They will do it. That's why I tell people, I said, stop calling yourself a trans woman. There is a thing, because once upon a time they were called femme queens. There was called a lot of other things, but there was called the femme queen. That means it was transitioned based to a woman. There was a femme queen. Then the government got involved and said, you're a trans woman, you're a transformer. And the thing about it that gets me the most is that y'all don't catch on. Y'all don't catch on to what they're saying. You don't catch on to. But the weird thing that gets me is when somebody say that word, the person they said to go, really? It's amazing that when some people don't stand for something, they'll fall for everything. And the sad part about it is, our person don't like the word because it stops your money, it stops your growth, it stops a lot of things. But I cannot stop with the way people think because they identify as that. That's what I'm not gonna respect what they say. But it gets me saddened because I understand the government will change your things because there was once upon a time there was a thing called niggers, and that they called on as Afro Americans, Afro um, um, Afro Africans. The thing about it was they kept changing it. They kept changing it. So you was known as a nigger. Now you're a Negro. Now you're colored. Now, and the weird thing is the government gets in and change your who you want to be. I don't participate in that. I said, well, that's what you want to say. Listen, I really don't like it when the backstory of it. I really don't like it when I understand the backstory because there's always a backstory on a story. But you decide to ignore the backstory. Thanksgiving, there was a thing called pilgrims. They was not. There was hunters. I mean, the Indians were hunters. They were great hunters. No, the pilgrims was hunters, and Indians would gather food for the pilgrims. And as the pilgrims got there and got the Indians to help them, they got them liquor. So they gave them liquor and got them drunk. So once they got them drunk, guess what they did? They killed them. That's their reward. And guess what we do? We celebrate Thanksgiving. We use a different term for it, but it's so sad that you understand the whole backstory of everything. You decide to say, well, I'm gonna pay that no more. And it gets me saddened because, like I said before, this is our world. This is not your world. This is not my world. This is our world. We share it. We have differences. We have different opinions of it, and that's fine. But it saddens me when somebody's walking through the life as that person, then us decide to police that person and say, well, I don't feel that their transition is good enough for me. And the funny thing, which is never funny, there are men in the girls' bathroom. Guess what they're trying to do? Pee. And there are rapists in the girls' bathroom. There's rapists in the boys' bathroom. And the thing that gets me is this is the bodily function that happens with us all. And then we go to the bathroom, and that's a crime, which is really not a crime because we basically have to relieve ourselves from the bathroom. Now, a criminal, when you speak of this subject, a criminal's mind does not think like a regular person's mind, in my opinion. So if you think they're coming in to do harm, their action should be taken. Now, there was a 12-year-old girl in New York City that was raped. And the whole internet went crazy because they was like, get her, get him, and get him. And I'm not trying to defend him, but when it comes down to rape, it's a horrible subject, and it's horrible for anybody. But the sad part about it is there are some 12 years old that look old. There are some 12 years old that act old. There's some 12 years old that really old that have a full body, the maturity, the body, they don't look like they're 12 or, you know. And I get it. No means no. But he looks young because his picture's all over the place. So we will never know the real story. And a lot of times guys have been known to be trapped into a situation where she could cry rape. She could cry rape anytime she wants. And it's so saddening because you will use it to your advantage. Also, there's a thing called parenting. So when your kids get tired of you parenting the wrong way, you done buy them this toy, you done buy them this, you done buy them this Xbox, then all of a sudden the you call in the government, they come out and get you. So now your children been called to you by the government. When I tell you, I have to X myself out of this whole story of this world This world is so depression, and we got a bunch of hypocrites in this world. And it's so sad because, wait a minute, it's so sad because I believe in being fair. Hey, ego, what's up, boo? You know, yeah, it's a little bit. And I just don't get it. The thing that gets me more so is I just don't get it. So I'm online and I'm watching this girl spoil his hate out and stuff, and then she do a video and stuff. Well, I believe they should be in jail. What shit you should do? Shows you. And as a person that understands the community, like the girl who decided to be all crazy over Jim and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, I don't know, she embellished the story because it makes a better story. I've never heard a person saying there's not no rules to this, but I never heard a person says they had a big dick. Now, the thing of me, I would say is there was someone trying to harm me inside the bathroom. That's a perfect response to something being um, unknown to you. But when I say this, that means that you, as a person, are very familiar with it. So you, as a woman that's a lesbian, should be more familiar, have much more compassion because people don't accept you. So when you get up, people move out the way. They want you to get away from you. And the weird thing about it, like I said, there's a bunch of hypocrites. There are a bunch of hypocrites. There are also this thing called RAD. RAD means that there are people that are against the trans people and also try to make sure they don't get a job. They go after the job stuff to make sure they get an apartment, don't get a place to live. And the thing is, the one community that's always attacked, which I'm not surprised. That's why the men that decide to do things to the girls, that's why they know. And guys be knowing. But it's not a debate as far as that, but I've listened to many people say many things. I don't want to give out names because I'm not gonna take my blood pressure up just to get to respond back because I'm gonna respond back too, and we're gonna go back and forth. But because then I listen, then I forget about what I am, and I'll meet you then, and I don't want to use that energy for me to pull that darkness into my soul. But it's unfortunate because I feel as though as a person should have more understanding. It should be you, but it's unfortunately, and for you to be a person that's in LGBT, a lesbian or a stud, for you to take that darkness and pour it all over the community, you poured that darkness over, you painted them with blood. And then purposely, because we live in a world full of negativity, they're going to believe that. Oh, I'm stranded with her. I'm Sam. And you probably don't identify as her. Because first of all, you sit up there like all buffed up like a dude, but you feel as though you have a privilege because you feel like you're a woman's privilege. So it's funny how y'all use the woman's privilege when it's available. When it's not available, you have to defend yourself as far as being a woman. There's a girl that you said she's a man. A man inside the bathroom with a big dick. I've never heard a person that was attacked by a two-spirit woman that says you concentrate on the dick. You screaming out the dick, a dick. Now, as a person in the community, I feel as though there should be some grace. We see a lot of things we both on. We see a lot of people that transgender. We see a lot of people's point of view, and we may not agree with it, stuff like that, but we don't make a whole big circus about it because we have more compassion and understanding. And the thing about it, some of us was put on the street, some of us have to live on the bridge, some of us have to sell our body. It's weird. But for you to shine this bright light around this time election, you want to spring this venom all over the world as a black woman, a black lesbian woman. You wanted to paint something into the world that's going viral because anything that's against the LGBTQIA, especially two-spirit women and men, the world going to pick it up because they love negativity. And for you to spew that over the world to go viral, and then everybody's going, judge, and you'll be judged. Now, I saw her videos and saw her going to the whole viral thing and also go with, I'm not trying to be mean because I could be very mean, but so in my mind, trauma hits everybody different. But if you have walked in their shoes, it don't hit you the same. like you're more compassionate because you know you don't want that happening. But the thing is, what I'm gonna do with viral, I'm gonna start crying, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna hit the camera. Oh, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this to the end. And the same ones you're trying to destroy, it's the same ones you're part of. But that takes me back to Malcolm X. I try to bring him into it. It takes me back to Malcolm X because there was a man fighting for us to have greater lives and stuff. There was a man fighting. Now, just imagine for you fighting for something and you trying to get the rights and stuff as far as your treatment, as far as being black, as far as, you're trying to fight because you want justice for all. And then the same ones you trying to help put you in the ground. They followed you, they killed you. And it's crazy because I can never be an advocate because there's a lot of stuff I don't like, but I get it. Because I don't know everybody's story. I don't know everybody's problems or what they went through, their struggles or because everybody's struggle is different. Just because they don't share with you don't mean they ain't going through shit. And the sad part about it is, my personal opinion, you as a person that understand, that has a heart or empath or stuff like you care about people, you have more grace with that person. They may do this because we have a lot of grace with a lot of things we like. We don't say that. We don't create this whole uproar almost as if, and then my favorite part is the children, because they're going to throw children in it because they have to make it more popular. And the sad part about it is there was another two-spirit woman that was arrested. Now, this woman was arrested. She was a white woman. She had big titties like this. She had body. She had everything. She did nothing like a damn man. But guess what? Her voice did not develop over to the feminine side, or she just didn't. Some girls don't get their voice changed. Some girls feel as though it's cunt to sound like the way they sound. And also, there are biological women that sound exactly like, a man, I'll just say it. And they're biological women. There's some biological women that has very deep voices. There's some biological women that are very tall. There's some biological women that are very built. There's not a rule to a womanhood. But it's so sad that y'all will police somebody that you understand what they're going through, but you'll jump on them and make it right. You know this girl is at her last leg. You know she's about to unalive herself. You don't know what she's going through. She can't find a way. And when she go back jumping on her, you don't know what she's going through. But you as a person should have empathy, which y'all don't. You would sit up there and just go into. So now this person got this thing embedded in their head. Hey, Miss Moore. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about that. Her name is Tish, and also another girl that decided that the person that was inside the women's not the bathroom, the gym. Now the thing that gets me is they're a bunch of hypocrites. This video should be called Hypocrites because there's a stud lesbian and there's a two-spirit woman that's hypocrites. And it's unfortunately because I get to see this. I don't want to bog on because I don't want to hear it. Because I want to use profanity. I want to use words that are not very word friendly. Because the sad part about it is if you understand their journey, because once one of them started there was a two-spirit woman. I'm being very kind with my words because trust me, that's what I want to say. So she transitioned. Most girls who transition don't look like women. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. Even have an FFS surgery, sometimes they still kind of don't look like a woman. But who am I to police their journey? Because there are some biological women that don't look nothing like a damn woman. So how do I police their journey? They ain't got nothing to do with it. The thing is that people just need to mind their business. It's not that if people cared about people more than they want to show how much they can hate them or show hate to them, the world would be so much better. Because you don't have to do that. You can be the person that's be an example saying, well, I'm gonna turn this situation into a positive situation. So you as a woman, when I speak on that, when I'm talking about the other one, she decided to say that you probably seen it, Miss Moore. She said that the person should be in jail. A lot of girls police other girls because their journey is not like their journey. So maybe they got more past, but they were more prettier. And it's weird. It's unfortunately though, but it's weird. The thing is that she transitioned from male to female. She can't be the female without the male, and she called herself a transgender. That's what she calls herself. Now, there's the ones like me that say, hell no, we don't call ourselves that. We are two spirit women, and we live in the world as far as keeping us in the world. You're not going to push us out the world and label us what you want to label us, and then we're going to go along with it. Because we catch on to stuff. Like, we don't fall for everything. Just because you say it, that don't mean it's true. But there are some people who are going to go a subject that don't mind being called a nigga. They say, well, that's what I am. So we're going to change the word. We're going to call ourselves nigga or niggo, but it's still called a nigga. So if it was a big problem, you wouldn't call yourself that at all. But that's how I feel. But that's not that's how they feel. And the thing that gets me is, well, a white person can't call you a nigga because we don't accept that word. But you have to accept that word because you're educating people to use that word. So why are you getting upset if a white person uses that word when you're educating people? It's okay, but it's just so long as you don't know. The thing is that in my opinion, if there was more grace within people's lives and stuff, there wouldn't be so many people on drugs. There wouldn't be so many people unaliving themselves. There would be so much help within somebody in this world because we care about people instead of hurting them and tearing them down. We don't know if a person is homeless, about to be on the street, stuff like that. Suddenly, body underneath the bridge, found unalive. We don't know what people are going through. But just because you don't know what people are going through, don't mean you have to participate as far as helping. There's also a thing called when parents give their children hormones. I've talked to another girl. She said, I don't agree with that. I don't believe that a girl that's a young girl should give her child hormones. I think her name was, what was the name? The little young girl. I am something. I am whatever. So they disagree with that, and they disagree with. And the thing that gets me is, as a young person, that you're transitioning into a woman or a man. If you catch it at a young age, you won't have to go through. Oh yeah, Jazz. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Boo. Nobody has to go through. So as a young age, that's my child. But a lot of stuff they won't have to go through. Especially if it's a lot of stuff they don't have to go through the name. She have to call the name. They have to pick up because they don't know. And the fact of the matter is, there was another girl that said, I don't agree with it. They should wait till they're 18 and older. So when they're 18 and older, people are already watching them. So you want to invite them into hell. As a two-spirit woman, why would you find that okay? But I digress. My thing is, if you walked in the shoes of a lot of the girls or guys I've been into, you want to invite them into it even more to go deeper. Because the thing about it, when nobody's around, is when the depression begins. The depression begins because you're hurting. You don't want to be outside. You don't want to be around anybody because you feel everybody's against you. Everybody's standing. You create all these things within the community, which I hate to say it, but it's true. That the person absorbed like a sponge. They don't really feel like they belong in the world, stuff like that. And then here it is, you as a person that's like them, spitting venom into the world and also trying to destroy a person, but then say, well, I didn't mean it that way. Every person's not strong enough to handle negativity. Everybody's not strong enough to just deal with it like it's not a big deal. People really be hurt. It's not a flex. The people out there in the streets that's homeless and don't even try to get a job. They don't want a job. They just want to sleep on the streets of it. People are hurting. Y'all look at that either, because it ain't you. But anyway, I talked to somebody that found it funny. I just don't get it. But I know we live in a hypocrite world and stuff like that. And, even though a person can transition and stuff, most people, in my opinion, should have more grace for people because you was once there first. And a lot of times, some of these girls really forget how it started. So when a girl is on another level of something, you want to put your rules on her, and then actually sit and hurt her. Can you imagine? Can you imagine finding somebody like you and you feel safe to talk to them because of the struggles you're going through? A lot of them went through, and they said, "Oh, I was never like you." So can you imagine the hurt you're throwing in that person? Can you imagine just how bad they're feeling? Because now they're quiet. They're not talking anymore. They don't feel safe. They don't feel like their own community. And it's sad. But thank God I've been rejected by my whole life. So at the point I'm going for. But the thing with me is everybody been through that shit. I'm the kind of person that's been rejected my whole life. So you can't take nothing away from me. You gotta give me love in order to make you gotta give me love in order to miss it. But if you never gave me love, I'm not mad. But it's weird because people like me that have empathy for people, hey, as child, have empathy for people, we don't do that. We don't attack people. We may not understand it. We may not feel like somebody's passable. We may not feel like some women are possible. We may not feel like that's judgment. Judgment means these are real people I'm talking about. This is a real person that's listening to what I'm saying. I'm about to hurt this person. I'm about to make them want to be here tomorrow. I'm going to do all this stuff to them. But for what? What kind of reward you get? A lot of people are hurting. And guess what they stop doing? They stop talking. They stop talking. And guess what they're doing? They're living this world. There was a movie called Paris is Burning. Paris used to come to the bar as the bartender. She stayed in so much loneliness. She was so lonely. She stayed with her own community. And she died. Nobody knew she even died. Hey, Evelina. And the thing that gets me is a lot of girls don't feel safe. Right, Evelyn? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of girls don't feel safe. A lot of girls feel more safer with the guys, aka the DL men, than they do with their own sisters. And it's sad because you should be able to call your sister and stuff like that. I'm going through, but a lot of us don't. And the sad part about it is us as a welcoming arm or a helping arm and stuff, it's not about us. It's not about us. So when somebody tell you their struggles or what they're going through, it's not about you. Sometimes it's best just to give a listening ear. That's all they want. They don't want you to criticize them because they've been judged their whole life and put down and everything. This is not right. Your clothes not right. Oh, your titties not big enough. It's so much stuff that you throw into their lap. And a lot of times it takes effect on their lives when nobody's around. So you sit up here killing the spirit that you don't have to do that, but you're doing it. It's so sad, but I don't get it. I try not to be too much involved in the LGBTQIA because I don't like it. It's too much stuff I don't like. And unfortunately, the winning hand means that they call themselves the trans people. I'm a trans man. And they're so proud to say it. And the thing is, I just wish people would just listen to their words and then understand why the person reacting totally different. It's kind of like when you tell somebody what you are, and then because the education that you've given them, that you're a man. So if you are born one sex and it transitions over to other sex, it's not nobody's business unless you pull down your pants. And before then, they should already know. It's unfortunately, but and it's sad. It's so many levels of sad because there are so many people that are looking for the girls. There are so many people that are looking for the girls and guy or girls. They're having sex with them, but they can't even speak to them on the street. They run and duck out the house. And the thing is, do you not believe this trans person or two-spirit person, woman or man, they don't feel that energy? But you could put the battery in their back. You put the battery in their back to make them strong. You encourage them to go on. It's okay. If somebody don't look to your likings of 100% of what you perceive, it's not your opinion to take them down. Maybe help them. Maybe help them along the way. Maybe find avenues of, listen, I use this. This may help you a little bit more. I use that. This may help you a little bit more. Because the girls are trying to find a way. And for you to sit up there to try to find a way to tear them down, they're already being torn down. They was known as the victims, now they're known as terrorists. I mean, it's just, and the thing is that if they were terrorists, the unalive would be reversed. Instead of the girls taking the bullets and the guns like that, shooting reversed it. A lot of other the persons trying to hurt them, they would go after them. Because they're not weak. In order to be a two-spirit woman or a two-spirit man, you have to remain a certain type of strong. You have to be so strong. The fact of the matter is that you don't react. That makes you strong. It's the non-reaction that makes you strong. And the thing is, you built like that. You built. God made you into two people. And both of y'all are strong. And y'all will fight to the end. And some people don't get that two people stuff. Some people fold. Because everybody's stories is different and everybody's challenges in life is different. But it's not your story. Just give them grace and stop trying to find a way to tell them. The world is doing a great job. Trust me, they're good. They're good. And for you to sit there and say you policing somebody on a journey that they need to be more passable when you started that way. So you said you were a little passable. You done did a couple movies. Now you think you did. But remember where you started. So let's not start there. And there's some girls out there that will never be passable enough for this world. And there's some girls out there that are very passable. They don't see themselves as passable. There's some girls out there that look just like fish, but they don't feel like fish. Because you know why? People have worked in them so bad mentally, they don't even see themselves no more. They have shut them down so badly. Their spirit is so drawn and mentally torn out their soul that they don't even see it no more. People are like, you beautiful. You passable. I don't see it. Because they've been told the opposite their whole life. Because when you start, this is the thing. So when somebody says you are passable, you're like, oh, you're just being nice. Okay, thank you. You don't even mean it. This is the damage they do. And when I speak of this, I'm speaking to people that's two-spirit women and two-spirit men. Because they go through a lot. It's unfortunate. I read a novel that was a trans girl character. It was a thriller. Okay. And it's weird. But, I mean, some people may say, I'm passable. I don't feel that way. But I'm a little different now. See, for me, if I've been rejected my whole life. Some of us have been rejected our whole life. So it surprises us we find somebody that loves us. It surprises us. They want to help us. It surprises us. Because we're like, It surprises us. We've been dictated, police, everything about your head, your shoes, your hands, your body's not correct. Everything about you is police. So after that mentally beat you down, heard all these dark things, after a while, they start believing it. And the sad part about it is, you did that. But you won't take credit for that. You destroyed the person that was like you, that was trying to make it in this world, that's going through trials, troubles, and tribulations. Just because you're not around and don't hear the little voices or the lame call or the laughter and stuff. People hear things just because I'm saying it. And it's sad because you don't have to do that. You don't. Then you want to jump on the bag man to put the person down, or they need to go to jail and stuff like that. I'm like, really? Oh. So how did you start? Because there's videos of you and every damn thing online, you know. And it's weird because it was not passable. But that would be me policing you. Judging you shall be judged. But the thing that gets me, and maybe I'm taking it too far, but it saddens me because there are a lot of people that are struggling. They're struggling. It's not a flex. They're really hurting. Who wants to get up in the morning and get up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, go outside to put your body for sale? Who wants to sell their body for a place to stay? They have to find a way to make, through the rejection, they have to find a way. They keep trying to find a way. And here it is, they're trying to find. people are hurting. It's not a flex. But eviction. No, Adelina. 3 things. Let the channel. Every time. You're funny. Every time. You're funny. No, it's just, you know what it is? It just bothers me. I wish I could take it out of me, but most of y'all are empaths, so y'all really understand the story, especially you, Miss Moore. Y'all already know what I'm saying, especially you, Miss Child. A lot of y'all already understand, even Miss Evelina. A lot of y'all understand the story before I'm even sharing it, but y'all like y'all get it. I really got to go too much into it, and y'all get it. And a lot of people are hurting, and we see that. We see they're hurting. And the fact of the matter is that why would you want to push more darkness on their life? Because trust me, the world has gotten it done. But for you to sit back and try to do this to this person, why? But anyway, you know, I have to stop taking things too personal. I just get so upset because people need a friend. People need a friend. Some people would like to have my own family. Why do I have to have a chosen family? That means I'm thrown out into the wilderness, into the wolves, and And the thing is that why you don't have to do this to this person, but you feel as though you have to. And you, as a person, a two-spirit woman, a two-spirit man that transition, you should have more empathy and care a little bit more. But I can't make it just as a person, being a gay person. I'll say a gay man. So a gay man is out there and stuff. He's gay or whatever, when this got stuff or down low, because there are a lot of men that are gay that say they ain't gay. They say they'll beat you up. They don't want to be known as gay. Because there are the men out here that are gay that don't look gay. You would never know they're gay unless they tell you. Unless they get you in a room or somewhere they do something to you, you wouldn't know. There are a lot of men who are gay who will go after a person who is dating a two-spirit woman because he wants the man himself. He's not gonna let the man know that he's gay. He's gonna pretend to be straight because he don't look gay. So now he's trying to make his life uncomplicated and stuff like that. He's trying to pick a fight with him because he wants him. But you don't know that because he looks straight. Him as a straight guy, he's built muscle, stuff like that. He all like in the gym and stuff. He all like, yo, come here. He pumping it up, shooting that masculine gun out into the wolves, and he's acting all masculine and stuff like that. But one thing he's not telling you, he's gay. He likes men. And he's giving you a hard way to go because he wants to be with you. And he feels offended because you were the two-spirit woman or whatever you into. He's offended. This is the part he plays straight. Anyway. Nope, there are many cis men that I really love. There are just even more because of us. Yeah, lots of. Yeah. I'm not transgender, but I have related to y'all. Who's that? Ebiko? Well, I appreciate it. The thing is, my thing is, why try to destroy somebody because you don't like him? Once upon a time, there was a thing that black people could go inside of the bathroom. Whites only. Couldn't drink from the water fountain. And here it is, unfortunately, it's a black woman that decides she wants to spew venom over this person thing. It's just sad to me. And it made it all the way to the White House. Trust me, he probably saw it and laughing. The girls have to get all this work done, their bodies done and everything. And that they don't even want to give them they don't want to give them the mark of a two-spirit woman. She's a two-spirit woman. They don't want to give it an F. They don't want a two-spirit man. They don't want to give it to them. But why? What does it have to do with you? Why does it affect your life so badly that they just want to be happy? And they're trying to survive the best way. Discrimination. Nobody wants them there. Apartment discrimination. People talk about them on the bus. People talk about them on the train. And the thing that gets so much, but then they're trying to find a way to exist in the world lawfully And then you trying to destroy that. Take that part. That's why I be like, why y'all let the government rename y'all? But it's like, to my personal opinion, I feel like the government said, I'm gonna see how weak you are. Because if I get in between you, I'll get to one of you. If I could just get to one, I could start the whole atmosphere up. And the thing is that there are biological women that will say, why do y'all call yourselves that? Why do y'all go through all this surgeries and body change and everything else to call yourself that? The whole point of it is that you could finally get to the other side, whatever side it is. But you did all this work, all these operations, you got everything done, body, face, everything. You beautiful, passable, and then you say, I'm a trans woman. What's the use? Why did you always say about it? You just said that from the door. So what was the use? What was the use of getting all that work done? If that's what you want, just say it. Because trust me, you know they're gonna call you once you say that. And it's weird because there are some people that's gonna get it and some people just won't. But a lot of times you can influence people, like you can tell people, I have a $2,000 stimulus check for y'all. There'll be somebody saying, oh, really? We have a $2,000 stimulus check coming. Because they're going to be people believing it. Now, just think about it. You have a $2,000 stimulus check coming from a man that's tearing down the ballroom, from a man that's stopping people from eating, from a man that decided he wants to cut off food stamps, but he wants to give you $2,000, and you believe it. Well, they did it before. When you lose votes, you get desperate. I'm gonna put out to the universe, and somebody's gonna buy it. It's unfortunate, but it would be nice. It'd be nice, but if somebody showed you who they are the first time, just believe them. It's better to say trans than say a woman, because trans women are. That's and that's your opinion, Evelyn, and I respect that. I can respect. That's what you call yourself. That's fine. You can call yourself that all the time. Because the thing about it, education is a powerful drug, and everybody's not really educated. And I get that part, and I understand your point of view, and I can respect. That's what you want to call. I promise you, that's what you want to be known to me. But for the girls like me who understand the whole hypocrisy of influential and different ways of discovering and stuff like that, and understand what the government is doing, they actually change your name. They dip into your community and change your name, and also send the people out as far as, you know. Hey, Evelyn and Paula, the difference is important. It makes trans women, and that's the thing about it, Paula. It makes it stand out for whom. The thing is that you have to understand the whole platform of the spread of the shit is being spread. So if you don't understand it, you won't get it. Hypocrites is real. If a person has even the knowledge of what they're sharing, there are going to be other people that are going to share it. And there's other people on higher platforms that's going to share it. But as a person, as an empath, if you listen and you watch what you're saying and watch people's reaction, their reactions, they don't do reactions like, oh, hold you. They're going to action like, well, what? So why don't you just, okay, I respect them. If that's what they call Evelyn or Paula, then that's what you know that. That's not the name I'm ever going to call myself because, I get it. There was a thing called Femme Queens. And once the government got involved, they were calling themselves queens. They didn't like the name called queens, but guess what? Somebody want to call themselves a king, but that's how it is. And the thing is that as a femme queen, when it got really big and the government, they said, no, we got to call them something else. We got to call them something that's going to let them know that they're talking to a goddamn man that's looking like a woman. So when the government got inside of it, they changed it. So when you say, I'm a transgender woman, they say, oh, you a man. I mean, y'all don't get it? Do you hear it? So it don't catch on? It don't catch on. But like I said before, brainwashing is a powerful drug. I know the ghost dream is stuff. I believe it. I need you more to get. And see, that's the thing. But think about it, Miss Paula. We don't know. But my thing is, Evelina Paula, just watch people reactions. If you call yourself a woman, why is it that everybody call yourself a man? Because when you say I'm a trans woman, that's what it means. I'm a man. And here it is, just a person got all this work done in your body and stuff like that. You looking past and beautiful, and then you tell I'm a man. But people reaction will tell you everything. I don't have to convince you. I got proof. Watch when you say it. Watch when people. You got proof. You don't have to listen to me. The proof is there. So when somebody says, "Oh," the first thing comes to your mind is a man. Before your story even gets out, that's a man. So let's see what he look like. Because the pronouns become different. The pronouns become different. Now, where he at? Oh, look at him. His body is done. Well, everything's different. All because that one word. And without that word, we navigated through life and everything like that. And people got really far. Tracy Africa, never used that word. People got really far. But if you could convince one and also get a platform of one, and then you could break them down bit by bit, because education is a powerful thing. And if you just watch people reactions, you see how people react. Because they're gonna like, when the funny part is, which is never funny, when you tell somebody that, they go, and most people know that look, they go, oh, okay. So now they're looking at you funny because you introduced that to them. Whenever I apply for jobs, I never said shit like that. I don't even want to hear it. I've heard people talk about two-spirit women and men, gay men and stuff. I don't participate because it's not part of my problem. It's not a part of me trying to participate as far as fitting in or trying to put somebody down or trying to make somebody else feel bad. Also try to make sure the door closed behind me so they'll get the grateful things in life. It's not my part of my, it's not a part of my story. But it's sad though. It's sad. Because back in the day, they were known as femme queens. Femme queens was the ones that transitioned. So they got mad at the name queen because she was calling the girls queens. They didn't like that. So we got to find that little word. Then we're going to find out. We're going to see if they're going to catch on to it. So we're going to teach them about this word called transgender. And if it's a man, it's a woman, she automatically know it's a man. And the weird thing is, there's not no aha moment. Like, you don't go, oh, there's no aha moment. You sit right there. And it's unfortunate, but it happens to a lot of people. And we used to sit in church like that, and the preacher would sit up there and say, oh, if you are gay, you're going to hell. We sat right there and listened. And then we gave them money. But see, once you get older, you start catching, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're talking about me. And then the same person telling you about their gay going to hell is the one that's having sex with the kids, the young men. So he created this whole platform and pushed out, and now he's lying, he's a hypocrite. So since he can't stay in his truth, he punished everybody else who can. Excuse me. But can you imagine being a person that couldn't stay in your truth, and you going through life putting people down, and you one of them? And the weird thing is that gets me upset more so. I guess I'm doing an upset video. There are women out here, biological women, born women, that will be with other women, sex with other women, and call her sister. But in reality, she's her girlfriend. They're together. But they never talk about that. Never. They're on a search for the man that's gay. There are more DL women in the world than there are gay men. I mean, not gay men, but down women. But we never focus on it. We don't speak of it. I've been the first person to learn that. They got a secret code and everything. Because I like to dress like a stud. But and buy me dressed like a stud. I get the attention from women. And it's unfortunate. See, my things, I don't care. If your heart is good, your soul is good, we good. I don't have no problem with anybody, but I do have a problem with people putting people down. That's a part of the community. And they actually sit up there and act like they're straight and stuff like that. And then here it is, you on a manhunt for a man that's DL. The reason why it's hiding because y'all lying to him. Oh, it's okay. Come on out. Don't hide. Don't hide. Then it does come out. You go after him and take his whole life away from him. So it's the reason why I keep his mouth closed. Because y'all gonna hunt him down and ruin his whole life and stuff like that, and then ruin it. And it's funny. It's funny to you. You just destroyed another person's life. Now they're sitting inside of a house with a gun in their hand, want to kill themselves. Compliments for you. But guess who's going to say they didn't do it? You. You actually took somebody else's life for them because you needed to share that. Or he felt more safe that he could talk to anybody and he couldn't. You tricked them. So instead of going through the trickery, it's best to stay away. Keep your mouth shut. This is my opinion. I also feel like this is spare women. There's nobody been. If you ain't fucking them, it's none of their business. You don't need to know if you're going to study. They don't need to know your information. Your personal information is not about business. When the last time you had an abortion? That's some personal shit. You don't know what they're going through mentally. You don't know what the streams at night or photos of baby. There is trauma in these type of situations, and it's not a part of your struggle. But why do you feel as though the two-spirit women have to tell their struggle within their life and compare it with you? So why is that not a bad thing? But this is a bad thing. But it's crazy to me, though. You know, I just wish, because we know what I wish don't work, don't matter. I just wish people would leave people alone. Leave people alone. If that's who they are, that's who they are. No judgment. If that's who you say you are, that's who you are. I have no problem with it. But for you to feel as though you have to police them to your likings, it's sad. It's really sad. There are going to be people in this world that's going to, a lot of things we don't like, be like, oh. But it's not our struggle. There is karma. I had a cousin who homophobic as hell. He is a beautiful woman. Like, she going up weird. I'll punish him. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Paula. But see, that happens a lot. That's another thing. When you've been policed to hate yourself, because that's what happens. You get policed to hate who you are. And that's when you start. The most strongest people, I'm not going to say everybody, but the most strongest people are two-spirit women and two-spirit men. They get so much hell, and they still show up. They'll fix you some food. They'll make sure you're okay. They'll be looking out for you, and they're broken. They're still showing you love and stuff like that and trying to look out for you. They don't even have it. They show you so much love, and at the end of the day, I'll give you a story. There was a man, well, I guess I can tell a little story. There was a girl, a two-spirit woman, that was in New York City. She was a performer. And there was a guy who was homeless. And he would say little comments about her and stuff. And when she died, that's how she be inside she gonna look like that inside the coffin. And remind you, she took him off the streets and gave him a place to stay, but behind her back, she was talking about it like a dog. And betrayal is real. And also, he's gay. But as a two-spirit woman with a big heart, she helped him. Guess what her reward was? Betrayal. And I don't know if she knows it or not, but she's going now. I guess it don't matter now. But how do you look somebody in the face and backstab them when they was there with you when you was at your worst? That's why I say hypocrites. Hypocrites. Him and I was about to fight. Anyway, his woman did not have beard, but when he became a father, but yeah. I mean, a beard is somebody that they hire. They call this. That's the new thing, a beard. Like, what the hell does that mean? A beard is somebody that basically hide behind a woman, and also she's the one that shows him as masculine and stuff like that. But reality, he wants to be with him. Yes. That's the one thing I could honestly admit, even though I don't like it. I don't like I had to learn to appreciate it. My gift. My gift has never been loved by the world. And a lot of y'all have not been loved by the world. That's why you're strong. You can take it. And baby, when you got the mouth you could throw on you, but you strong. You got so many levels of armor on you, baby. You go when you need to show up, it's there. Somebody be saying, "Oh, child, I ain't paying no mind." You really don't care, because the reality is that we're so strong that it scares even us sometimes. Because if we think of things that could have killed us, but we made it straight through, we went straight through. As a two-spirit woman, as a two-spirit man, we go straight through. We don't know all the trials that's coming, but before it comes, we already armed up. We already armed up. Like, we get it. You coming, but we wait. We was waiting when we didn't expect it when, but we didn't expect you. But unfortunately, sometimes the people we love. But it is what it is. But I just wanted to share that with you because I was a little upset. I had this little piece. I'm venting. Let me see. Oh, I'm venting because, and y'all gonna see the video. Trust me, y'all gonna see it. It pissed me off for a two-spirit woman to say somebody else to go to jail when you started the same way. Hypocrites. It's the most lovable person. Oh, thank you, Miss Evelina. Oh, it's Evelina Paula. Maybe when you see a man, you shouldn't have. I don't know. Evelina Paula, let me say something. I don't know. I feel as though, but just my opinion, I feel as though a lot of girls are stronger without a man. And I'm not man bashing and stuff, but a lot of girls are strong. We're so strong. Sometimes it's just scare us because we go through so much shit, and we show up anyway. We get backstabbed, betrayed. But I was caught. We get backstabbed, betrayed. We think we got a new friend that we can got, and then we have to ignore the comments and the little different things you say that's not allowed with ourselves and stuff, and we don't say nothing, but we hurt you. We don't say nothing, but we hurt you. It's unfortunately, but we hear it. But I just wish it wasn't that way. I just wish people would just leave people alone, you know. If they're not aligned for your liking, it's not up to you to like it. God sent us all down into this earth with different rules and trails we need to follow and go through and stuff like that. And trust me, there will be a woman out here that may not be as passable to your liking. But the fact of the matter is that you were strong enough to show I made it anyway. I made it through. I still got to the other side. As you said, I was a break, I was this and that. There's some girls that has exactly the same look you have, that you gave her strength to keep going. Like, go ahead, sis. Go ahead, brother. Because you got that. You have to be mindful of the people you listen to. Unfortunately, a lot of them are on platforms. And just because you feel like they should have your back, they don't. I mean, I understand a lot of the people that speak, and some of them I don't. But I understand there are different angles. There's different angles of rage. People been through a lot of shit. Just because they smile don't mean they're happy. Just because they help you don't mean they got it. Sometimes a girl will give you last and she don't have it. But she's trying to make sure you're okay and hear this. I need this. But she's trying to still make sure you're okay. She need the money to get herself to the next level. She's trying to get an apartment. She's trying to get a place better, suffer house. And she's like, I'm going to take this money and help you. and she don't have it, but she's trying to make sure you okay. the 4 quarters, the 4 quarters go a lot of ways, long way, when a person ain't got it. But the fact of the matter is that you try to help her, and that means a lot. A lot of times, we don't have it, unfortunately, but we still push through, even though I should have been paid for YouTube videos, stuff like that. They don't want to pay me. In fact, they took my whole pay thing away. So, who am I harming? But you know the reason why I still show up, because of y'all. You're my empaths. Y'all go through the struggles. Y'all teach me. I teach you. We talk about different things in the struggle because we show up for people. Sometimes we know we should get in the greater things, but there will be a blessing in the end. A lot of times y'all talk to me different things because I'm able to always get it right. That's why I love y'all, because y'all know I'm able to always get it right. But I push through what I do, find information, stuff like that. And a lot of times, y'all push through and tell me things because I don't know everything. But I've been through a lot of shit. And unfortunately, I get to witness, as you, a lot of shit. And we may not like it, but we go through a lot. But we're human. Anyway, all men love transformation, especially men who make lousy videos. But see, that's the thing about it, Paula. It's not all men. I have to disagree with you. All men don't love trans men. Some men actually hate us. So don't get too comfortable with saying that, because it's not true. It's not true. It's not. It's not. People like what they like individually, but a lot of times people you think like you really don't like you. They're only there to make sure you go down or try to find where you're going. They try to unalive you. So don't try to listen. In my opinion, don't try to spread that around as far as they don't. It's not true. It's not true. Some people, as far as public, they'll say one thing and then setting you up to get you online. But there's so many different avenues and stuff out here in this world, which is really sad. But you just always have to be safe. And everything they're saying may not be true. Maybe they're cute, maybe they're fine, maybe they got his body. Because that's called pull you in. And then you get pulled in, you get unalive. Everybody don't like everybody. Now, you could just respect people and just get out their way, but you got to be judged, because that's what they do in this world. They judge you first before they do anything else. They would try to tear you down instead, but not everybody, but they would try to tear you down. And okay, prime example. My store on the corner, when I used to go there and buy stuff. Now they know I've been suffering from, I've been wanting a job and stuff, and like they knew I was trying to get a job and stuff, and they could have hired me. They could have made my life a lot more better. They would sell a few blocks away from my house and just walk down the street to work at the beauty supply place, and they didn't hire me. They hired everybody else but me. And here it is, I was there first. Do they say, I'm sorry, we didn't hire you? No. They look me right in the face saying, so you as a person that's a whole business that can help me, you won't. You look me right in my face and you don't care. But here it is, when I give you my little money to help your business, I'm looking at the reward you're giving me. But anyway, it happens a lot. There's people that's in corporations, big businesses, stuff like that. They can help a lot of girls or guys, but they won't help them. They rather watch them suffer, which you don't have to. But you don't have to. Anyway, anyway, I'm about to go, y'all. It's just sad sometimes. My heart beat before. Anyway. Okay, Miss Evelina, Paula, Miss Evelina, Paula, Miss Moore, Miss S. Child, Miss Paula, Miss Moore, Miss S. Child, Miss Moore, Miss Moore, Miss Paula, Miss Paula, Miss. I don't know if it's Estrada with your name. So how you doing? Um, Miss Moore, Miss Evelina, Miss Evelina Paula, Miss Evelina Paula, Miss S. Child, Miss Evelina Paula, Miss Moore, Sheep, Mr. Eagle, or Miss Eagle. I don't know which one it is, Big Eagle. Anyway, I thought it was another Evelina, but I guess listen, I thought it was another one, Evelina. I'm the Evelina Paula, but anyway. But I'm about to go, y'all. I just want to put it out there because y'all gonna see the person say, y'all gonna see the person say they should be locked up. Trust me, it's up there online. Y'all gonna see it. And when I tell you, hypocrites are real. Hypocrites. And when y'all find the person, go on Google and Google their name and look at their pictures. Look at their pictures. Remind you, all the evidence is right there. Because when you decide to put somebody else down, there are pictures of you before. So make sure when y'all see the person's name, y'all Google their name and go there, look at images, because in images, you'll see their pictures and stuff before and after. And then keep one word in mind, hypocrite. Hypocrite. Say, let me stop. Let me stop. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day and stuff like that. And remind you, keep pushing forward. I've been going through something which you already know, but I'm still trying to push through. I saw you. I saw one of your stories as child mama. How would you spend the money? Who's that? Miss Moore say so. How would you spend the money? As child. Who's that? Wish. Wait a minute. Wish like that's someone like Elon Musk could give. That'd be nice, Miss Paula. I could use it. Lord knows. Cause I got a little what's that thing called? My little cash app is on top. So if anybody can make donations. But I don't know. I don't think I've been on here since it's anyway. So I went to the store. It was like it's snowing. I did my hair black, and then I was like, black hair makes me look depressed. But anyway, I got some creamer for my skin, and that's it. And my skin has gotten drier, and the older I get, my skin is dry. And this camera is horrible. It's a new camera, but obviously I need another one because this one's put. This is a refurbished camera. When I went for the job interview, when I was at Hurricane Melissa, she put water in my coat. She put water in my book bag. She put water in my phone. So my phone died. So if you want to send me a phone, I need a new one because this one is dark. I mean, the pictures are horrible. And if I put it on video, it gets darker. So I have to get when to make them, but it is what it. Anyway, love you all. Have a good day.